Randy Rhodes, former Woman of the Year at the New Media Seminar, and a woman for every year. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, we'll fix it. Can you all see over there?
Are you going to electrocute me?
I'm not going to electrocute. I got to electrocute. Randy's with Premier Radio Networks, fabulous. Bill Press, Global, correct? And certainly WYD Management. I believe not. Well, everybody else is. Bill Press. It's okay.
Ron, let's make a deal.
Ron, I'm so sorry. Ron, where are you?
Ron, you owe me money.
Okay. Roger Hedgecock, Radio America. Roger. Alan Hunt, not left, not right, right or wrong. We're going to learn more about Alan as the years go by. A major presence on the talk radio scene, and he's going to provide us with a very interesting independent view on this panel. We have, of course, Alan Stock, KXMT Las Vegas. One of the great geniuses of radio entertainment, a talk show host, cooking, back in action. Great to have you here. Talk Radio Network, Phil Hendry. Man making lots of waves in New York City and across the nation. WOR Radio, WR Radio Network, Steve Malzberg. A New York institution in both print and on the airwaves, holds down mornings at WWRL in New York, columnist with the Daily News, a wonderful talk show host, Errol Lewis. One of the great legends, recently installed in the Radio Hall of Fame, certainly worthy of that. One of the most prominent, one of the pioneers, one of the longest running, most successful, provocative, quintessential talk show hosts in the nation, Neal Boortz. And a great representative of the progressive movement, which proves it is alive and well, not to mention a wonderful example of a multimedia cross-platform innovator and a great author, just a great friend, Thom Hartmann. This is the militant moderate, or the radical moderate.
Either way.
Some kind of a moderate. And of course, Jim Bohannon, an up-and-coming talk star who someday you'll hear about. He's the referee. The referee! He's here to maintain order and to keep the host, the moderator, in check because he might be biased. But we don't know, so he's got a whistle. The one and the only, one of the great talk show hosts of radio and television, my dear friend, Alan Colmes.
98% of every conservative talk show host in the country here, and 98% of every liberal talk show host. So let's, and 70's over there. So let us begin by talking about health care. Bill, Randy on the end, is it going to pass?
Yes.
Should it pass?
Yes.
Why?
Why is it going to?
Why is it going to?
Well,
Why should it?
Why?
They would not have introduced it if they did not have the votes. So, but it's got to pass because people need health insurance. If they need health insurance, it'll pay down the deficit.
This is great. 1,100 talk show hosts, no waiting. This is fantastic. Okay, so it's going to pass. Bill Press?
Absolutely, Randy is right. It's going to pass tomorrow afternoon with votes to spare. And what we've been trying to do ever since the days that Teddy Roosevelt will finally happen, all Americans will have access to basic, quality, affordable health insurance, and we'll be a better country because
Roger.
Well, if that's true, it's going to be repealed, and it should be repealed. It's not reform. It's government takeover and a leveling of health care from the greatest
Why are the
system in the
conservatives louder
world.
than the liberals here? I don't understand.
Because it's talk radio.
It costs too much, and it doesn't cover everybody. I'm sorry, Bill, it's not going to cover everybody. Covering everybody is a great idea.
95% only. I'm sorry.
I hate to be in that 5%.
That's close for government.
Our goal was to cover everybody and do the right thing. We're not going to help everybody, and we're spending 3 times more than we could spend to help everybody. So we're wasting money and not accomplishing the goal. The wrong thing, done the wrong way.
Well, it seems that we're going to pass it maybe for 15 million people and leave, 275 million people are covered in this country, but we're going to do it for 15 million only. It's another government takeover of another industry, and that's a problem. Pat Goodell, by the way, said that if Democrats are smart, which they're not, they'll go ahead and they'll back out of this whole thing. If they vote for it, they lose in November. If they vote against it, they lose in November. Smartest thing they can do is back off.
I remember Pat Goodell when he was a Democrat. Phil Hendry.
This year I'm going to make more money than ever before, and I don't care who gets insured. You know, I don't care. The old ladies can die. The children can die. If it saves me money, isn't that right? If Obama, let me tell you how Obama should have pitched this. He should have said, "Hey, hi, all you white people. It'll save you money, money. Understand?" Now, if he'd done that, by God, he'd win. But no, he didn't, did he? He thought like a black man. I'm kidding. I don't want to go. If I get into a Michael Kramer thing, I'm sorry. I just got one more point. All he had to know, all that Obama needs to do is sell it as a money saver and not it's saving children from dying, because I don't care. Do you? No. Thank you.
Referee, how we doing? So far,
We're doing so far, but that was close to a technical.
All right, Steve Mosberg.
The ironic thing is that it is a money saver, and now for the first time in this country, we're going to put a monetary value on life, and the determination on who gets care, who gets the treatment they need, is going to be determined by a formula. And if you're not going to be productive enough, if you're too old after that operation, you're not going to get that operation. So he hit it right on the head, not meaning to, I think, that we are going to base our society now on how productive you'll be, and if you're not productive, screw you. The fascists are taking over, and it's all a crock of
Fascists are here.
This is fascism?
Roughing the language.
Here's what's going to happen. The bill will pass. Everyone who said that Obama and the Democrats were political idiots will have to come up with a cover story, and should probably get started on it today. Because come Monday morning, when there are no gulags and there are no death panels, and there are about 30 million people who are going to be thinking seriously about voting Democratic, we'll have had a transformation in this country. Everybody sees it coming, and that's why there's been so much hysteria. The hysteria is not because they think the thing is going to fail. They think they know that it's going to succeed. And I mean, we've all seen this before. We saw it. Does anybody want to go back and look at the clips from 1935 about what they said about Social Security?
No.
We saw what a big failure that was. Take over the poorhouse system.
Thank you, Neil Borg.
It'll pass. I don't need a microphone.
Yes, you do.
They're recording it. Hello.
There you go.
It's
on.
Okay, it'll pass,
Now it's
and our
on.
children will curse us for it. And I want to talk about the woman in the Florida Keys that was shaving on the way to a date with her boyfriend.
Tom Hartman.
Approve of that. Good.
It's going to pass, and I'm very ambivalent about it. We are the only industrialized country in the world that allows for-profit corporations to legally offer basic health insurance. It is a felony to do that in every other, and by industrialized countries, the smallest of those is Costa Rica. I'm talking about all the way down to Costa Rica, 38 nations. It's a crime to offer primary health insurance on a for-profit basis, only in the United States. This bill is going to help that industry, which concerns me. On the other hand, it's going to help a lot of people, which I applaud. So I'm very ambivalent about it.
Isn't it funny how the head of Canada came here to get treated through their socialized medicine
He actually
program?
wasn't the head of Canada.
But he came here. But he actually came here.
We're going to move on to other topics.
All of that. Referee, you got to go.
Yeah, referee, let's go.
All right, let's go.